Perfect. Let's make the world's best cheat sheet on Article 16, equality of opportunity in public employment. I'll keep it short, crisp, bullet style, exam friendly, with keywords, dates, and important cases. Nothing extra, nothing missed. Cheat sheet. Article 16, equality of opportunity in public employment. Main rule. Article 16(1), equal opportunity for all citizens in government jobs, employment appointment. Article 16(2), no discrimination only on religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, residence. Exceptions, special provisions. 1. Residence requirement. Art 16(3). Parliament can make law, residence condition for some jobs. Public employment. Requirement as to Residence Act, 1957, expired in 1974. Special case. Andhra Pradesh and Telangana had local mulki rules. 2. Reservation for backward classes. Art 16(4). Govt. Can reserve posts for backward classes not adequately represented. Landmark case. Indra Sawhney v. Union of India, 1992. Capped reservation at 50% except special cases. 3. Religious institutions. Art 16(5). Jobs in religious bodies can require the person to belong to that religion denomination. Example, temple priest must be Hindu, mosque imam must be Muslim. 4. EWS reservation. Art 16(6), added by 103rd Constitutional Amendment, 2019. Up to 10% reservation for economically weaker sections, EWS. Criteria, Central Gov. Family income 8 lakhs per year plus asset limits, house, land, etc. Supreme Court case Janhit Abhiyan vs. Union of India 2022 upheld EWS by 3-2 majority. Keywords for exams. Equal chance, equal result, opportunity only. On grounds only of, unfair reason not allowed. Backward classes, socially, educationally disadvantaged, not well represented. Reservation, affirmative action, not permanent, must balance merit plus social justice. EWS quota, extra 10%, separate from SC, ST, OBC quotas. Timeline, 1950, Constitution came into force, Article 16 active. 1957 Residence Law, Public Employment Act. 1974 Act expired. 1992 Indra Sawhney case, 50% ceiling guideline. 2019 103rd Amendment EWS quota. 2022 SC upheld EWS and Janhit Abhiyan. Exam tip, always write exceptions with article number / loss case name, looks sharp in answers. Do you want me to turn this into a visually neat one-page printable PDF with boxes, highlights, and flowchart style so you can literally use it as revision notes? Perfect. Let's now create the world's best exam cheat sheet for the Mandel Commission and aftermath. It will be short, crisp, one-page style with bullets, dates, keywords, cases, so you can quickly revise and never miss a point. Shashed cheat sheet. Mandel Commission and aftermath. Background, Article 340. President can appoint commission to investigate socially and educationally backward classes, SEBCs. First Commission, Kaka Kalelkar, 1953. Report 1955, ignored by Govt. Second Commission, Mandel Commission, 1979, headed by B.P. Mandel. Mandel Commission, 1980 report, identified 3,743 castes as OBCs. Population, 52%, excluding SCs and STs. Recommendation, 27% reservation in central gov jobs for OBCs. Along with SC, 15%, ST, 7.5% equals total 50%. Other suggestions, social, educational, and economic uplift measures. Implementation and aftermath. 1990, VP Singh Govt announced 27% reservation in central gov jobs for OBCs, sparked huge protests, anti-Mandel agitation, student self-immolations. 1991, Narasimha Rao Govt added changes. 1. Creamy layer concept, preference to poorer OBCs, economic filter within OBCs. 2. Extra 10% quota for poor among higher castes, economically backward of general category. Court intervention. Indra Sawhney case, 1992 SC, upheld 27% OBC quota, Mandel. Struck down 10% quota for poor higher castes, unconstitutional. Introduced creamy layer exclusion, rich OBCs not eligible. Capped reservations at 50%, except in special cases. Later, Parliament gave constitutional backing to OBC reservation in education and promotions with limits. Timeline, easy to recall. 1953, First Backward Classes Commission, Kalelkar. 1979, Second Commission, Mandal, by Morarji Desai Govt. 1980, Mandal report submitted. 1990, VP Singh implements 27% OBC quota. 1991, Narasimha Rao adds creamy layer plus 10% poor upper caste quota. 1992, Indra Sawhney judgment upholds OBC, kills 10% quota, sets 50% cap. Keywords for exams. Article 340, Backward Classes Commission. 3D 743 castes, OBC 52% population. 27% OBC reservation, added to SC 15% plus ST 7.5%. Creamy layer, richer OBCs excluded. Indra Sawhney, 1992, 27% valid, 10% invalid, 50% cap. Mandal agitation, 1990s, strong protests, youth unrest. Exam tip, always link Mandal Commission with Article 340, 27% OBC quota. Indra Sawhney, 1992, and creamy layer. Would you like me to now make a flowchart diagram style one-page revision sheet, like a mind map or chart format, so you can literally memorize it in 2 minutes before exams? Perfect. Here's the world's best crisp one-page cheat sheet on the Mandal case 92 and aftermath. It's short, bullet-based, exam-ready, and covers all key points, dates, keywords. Nothing important is missed. Hack Mandal case 1992 and aftermath. One-page cheat sheet. Background, Mandal Commission 1979 to 80, chaired by B.P. Mandal. Identified 3,743 castes as OBCs, 52% of population, excluding SC/ST. Recommended 27% job reservation for OBCs, total reservation SC plus T plus OBC equals 50%. Mandal case, Indra Sawhney v. Union of India, 1992. Supreme Court examined Article 16.4, reservation in jobs. Struck down, extra 10% quota for poorer upper castes. Upheld, 27% OBC reservation, but with 5 strict conditions. Conditions, 5 golden rules. 1. Creamy layer rule. Advanced rich OBCs excluded. 2. No reservation in promotions, only at entry level. Existing promo quota valid only up to 1997. 3. 50% ceiling rule. Total reservations 50%, except in rare cases. 4. Carry forward rule valid. Unfilled reserve posts can move forward, but cannot breach 50% limit in a year. 5. Permanent body. To review OBC list. Inclusion-exclusion. Led to creation of NCBC. Government response. 1993. NCBC statutory. 2018. NCBC got constitutional status. Article 338B. Constitutional amendments. 77th, 1995. Article 16.4a. Reservation in promotions. SC/ST. 81st, 2000. Article 16.4b. Backlog carry forward vacancies allowed beyond 50%. 82nd, 2000. Article 335. Relaxation in qualifying marks for SC/ST in promotions. 85th, 2001. Consequential seniority in promotions for SC/ST. Later court rulings. M. Nagaraj, 2006. States must prove 1. Backwardness. 2. Inadequate representation. 3. Administrative efficiency not harmed. Jarnail Singh, 2018. Relaxed proof rules, but applied creamy layer principle even for SC/ST in promotions. Exam keywords. 27% OBC quota. Creamy layer. 50% ceiling. No promotion quota. Initially. NCBC 1993, Const 2018, Art 338B. 77th, 81st, 82nd, 85th Amendments. M. Nagaraj, 2006. Jarnail Singh, 2018. Memory hack. Just say aloud 20% OBC, creamy layer, 50% cap. NCBC 77, 81, 82, 85. Nagaraj, Jarnail. Would you like me to make this into a visual timeline chart, like a flow with dates plus arrows, so you can revise it even faster before exams? Perfect. Let's create the world's best one-page cheat sheet on the government's actions after Mandal case. Indra Sawhney, 1992. This is crisp, exam-focused, keyword-rich, and date-tagged, so you can revise in 2 minutes before exams. Cheat sheet. Gov. Actions after Mandal case. 1992. Key background. Indra Sawhney, Mandal case, 1992. SC upheld 27% OBC quota, but laid 5 rules. Creamy layer, no promotion quota, 50% ceiling, carry forward with 50% limit, permanent OBC body. Govt actions, step by step. 1. Creamy layer identification. Ram Nandan Committee, 1993, found criteria for creamy layer among OBCs. Report accepted in 1993. 2. NCBC setup. National Commission for Backward Classes, NCBC, created in 1993, statutory body. Role, handle complaints, under-inclusion, over-inclusion, non-inclusion in OBC list. 102nd Amendment, 2018, gave constitutional status. Inserted Article 338B, enlarged powers. 3. Reservation and promotions. 77th Amendment, 1995. Inserted Article 16(4)(a), reservation allowed in promotions for SCST if underrepresented. 85th Amendment, 2001. Added consequential seniority. SCST promoted via quota also get seniority, effective from June 1995. 4. Backlog vacancies. 81st Amendment, 2000. Inserted Article 16(4)(b). Rule, unfilled reserved seats backlog, treated as separate class, can be filled later. Not counted in 50% ceiling, ends 50% cap for backlog vacancies. 5. Tamil Nadu Special Case. Tamil Nadu Reservation Act, 1994. 69% reservation, above 50% ceiling. 76th Amendment, 1994. Placed in 9th Schedule to protect from easy judicial review. Exam keywords and dates. 1993. Ramnandan Committee, NCBC, statutory. 1994, 76th Amendment, TN 69% quota in 9th Schedule. 1995, 77th Amendment, Promotion Reservation, SCST. 2000, 81st Amendment, Backlog Vacancies Rule, 16(4)(b). 2001, 85th Amendment, Consequential Seniority, SCST. 2018, 102nd Amendment, NCBC Constitutional, Article 338-B. Memory formula. Creamy layer, NCBC 77th, promo, 81st backlog, 85th seniority, 76th TN 69%, 100 NCBC const. Would you like me to make this into a visual timeline flowchart, 79, 2018, so you can remember in just one glance before exams? Perfect. I'll make you the world's best one-page cheat sheet for Article 17, Abolition of Untouchability. It will be crisp, bullet style with dates, keywords, and short explanations only, so you can revise super fast before exams. Nothing important will be missed. Cheat sheet, Article 17, Abolition of Untouchability. Constitutional provision, Article 17, Part 3, Fundamental Rights, abolishes untouchability, forbids its practice in any form. Enforcement of any disability from untouchability equals punishable by law. Related Law Act, 1955, amended in 1976, renamed Protection of Civil Rights Act, DRA. Any right accruing to a person due to abolition of untouchability, Article 17. Key provisions of PCRA, prohibited acts, crimes, stopping entry into temples, public worship, shops, hotels, restaurants, wells, tanks, refusing to sell goods or services on equal terms, enforcing manual scavenging or similar caste-based jobs, boycotting, exiling, opposing untouchability, inciting, encouraging untouchability practices. Punishments: general offenses, 1 to 6 months jail plus fine. Forcing manual scavenging, 3 to 6 months jail, fine. Repeated serious offenses, higher punishment. Procedures: offenses are cognizable. Police can act without court order. State duty to provide legal aid, set up machinery, ensure enforcement. Judicial interpretation. Mysore High Court. Untouchability equals not literal meaning, but historic caste-based practice. Refers to group-based social disabilities due to birth. Does not cover personal quarrels or individual boycotts. Supreme Court, State of Karnataka v. Appa Balu Ingali, 1995. Article 17 enforceable against private individuals. State has constitutional duty to act and protect rights. Important dates: 1950. Article 17 comes into force, Constitution. 1955, Untouchability Offenses Act passed. 1976, Act amended and renamed Protection of Civil Rights Act, 1955. 1995, Supreme Court in Appa Balu Ingali reinforced strict enforcement. Key keywords for exams. Article 17 equals fundamental right, abolishes untouchability. PCRA 1955 equals law to punish offenses. Civil rights due to abolition of untouchability. Cognizable offense equals police can act directly. Mysore HC, historic practice focus. SC, Appa Balu Ingali, enforceable against private persons plus state duty. That's your one-page revision guide. Covers all dates, provisions, cases, punishments, and keywords. Do you want me to now turn this into a visual infographic style cheat sheet with boxes, arrows, color-coded sections so you can print and revise quickly? Perfect. Let's now make the world's best one-page cheat sheet for Article 18, Abolition of Titles. It will be crisp, keyword-based, exam-ready, and still complete so you don't miss any point. Hack cheat sheet. Article 18, Abolition of Titles. Constitutional Provision, Part 3, Fundamental Rights. Article 18 abolishes titles in India, ensures equality, dignity, no special privileges. 4 provisions. A. State cannot confer titles, exceptions, military and academic. B. Citizens cannot accept titles from foreign states. C. Foreigners in office of profit trust under state need president's consent to accept foreign titles. D. No citizen foreigner in state office can accept present emolument or office from foreign state without president's consent. Hat banned titles, hereditary nobility titles, colonial legacy, Maharaja, Rai Bahadur, Rai Saheb, Diwan Bahadur, Raj Bahadur, etc. Reason, against principle of equality and equal status of all citizens. National awards, instituted in 1954, Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri. 1977, abolished by Morarji Desai Gov, Janata Party. 1980, revived by Indira Gandhi Gov. Supreme Court ruling, 1996, Balaji Raghavan case. National awards, Toshal, titles under Article 18. Awards are recognition of merit, not special privileges. Condition, cannot be used as prefix suffix, e.g. Dr. Ramesh Bharat Ratna. If misused, award can be forfeited. Timeline, 1950, Constitution came into force, Article 18 applied. 1954, national awards started. 1977, discontinued. 1980, restarted. 1996, Supreme Court clarified validity. Keywords for exam. Art 18 equals abolition of titles. Exceptions equals military and academic titles. No nobility, ban on colonial hereditary titles. Foreign titles offices need president's consent. National awards allowed but no prefix suffix. Case law, Balaji Raghavan 1996, upheld validity of awards. That's your super crisp exam perfect revision sheet. Would you like me to also make a side-by-side comparison chart, banned titles versus allowed awards, so it's even faster to revise? Perfect. Let's make a crisp one-page cheat sheet for Article 19, Right to Freedom. I'll keep it short, bulleted, keyword-rich, with dates and key facts so you can revise in a few minutes before exams. Cheat sheet, Right to Freedom, Article 19, Constitution of India. Basic facts. Article 19 guarantees 6 fundamental freedoms. Applies to citizens only, not foreigners, not companies as such. Against state action, not directly against private persons, though courts now expand scope. Originally, 7 rights, right to property removed by 44th Amendment Act, 1978. Now Article 300A, legal right. 6 freedoms under Article 19. 1. Speech and expression. Talk, write, draw, publish, express ideas. 2. Assemble peaceably and without arms. Meetings, protests. Peaceful, unarmed. 3. Form associations, unions, co-ops. Clubs, worker unions, societies. 4. Move freely, travel across India. 5. Reside and settle, live anywhere in India. 6. Practice profession, occupation, trade, business. Choose job, run business. Reasonable restrictions must be by law for grounds in Article 19 only. Security of state, friendly relations with foreign states, public order, decency, morality, contempt of court, defamation, incitement to offense. Test equals law must be valid plus reason mentioned in Art. 19 plus reasonable, not excessive. Who is state? Art 12. Central govt, state govts, parliament, state legislatures, local authorities, govt agencies. Private individuals not directly bound, but courts sometimes apply Art 19 against them too. Kushal Kishore v. State of UP, 2023. Key amendments and cases. 44th Amendment Act 1978 removed right to property, now Art 300A. Romesh Thapar v. State of Madras, 1950, free press upheld. S. Rangarajan v's P. Jagjivan Ram, 1989, films art cannot be banned lightly. Kaushal Kishore v. State of UP, 2023, Art that 1921 can apply even against private actors in some cases. Exam keywords, fundamental right enforceable in court, Art 32, 2-26. Citizens only, foreigners excluded. Reasonable restrictions, not arbitrary, must match Art 19 grounds. Not absolute rights, balanced with public interest. Property shifted, fundamental legal right, 44th Amendment. Tip for revision, just remember the 6 freedoms. SAAMRP, speech, assemble, association, move, reside, profession, plus 7 grounds for restriction. Would you like me to also make a visual memory map/diagram, one-page chart of this, so you can revise it in 30 seconds with just a glance? Got it. Here's a crisp one-page cheat sheet for freedom of speech and expression. Short, sharp, exam-ready, with only keywords plus quick examples. Cheat sheet, freedom of speech and expression, Article 19(1), meaning right of every citizen to express views, opinions, beliefs, convictions by speech, writing, printing, pictures, gestures, media, silence. What SC included? 1. Propagate views, own plus others, e.g. share article speech. 2. Freedom of press, media free to report, e.g. expose corruption. 3. Commercial ads, advertise products, truthful only. 4. No phone tapping, privacy of conversations. Right to telecast, no gov monopoly on TV, radio, private channels allowed. 6. Against banned, cannot force shutdown, shops can stay open. 7. Right to know, RTI 2005, info on government activities, spending. 8. Freedom of silence, choice to stay quiet, e.g. not singing anthem. 9. No pre-censorship, newspapers free to publish, no prior government approval. 10. Demo picketing, but strike, not a fundamental right. Reasonable restrictions, Article 19(2). Gov can limit freedom only if reasonable. For 1. Sovereignty and integrity, protect unity, secession slogans. 2. Security of state, protect against threats, war, leak army secrets. Friendly relations with foreign states, fake news harming ties. 4. Public order, peace and safety, speech causing riots. 5. Decency, morality, social values, obscene display. 6. Contempt of court, respect judicial process, insults to judges. 7. Defamation, protect reputation, false charges. 8. Incitement to offense, ban calls for crimes, burn market slogans. Key keywords. Article 19(1)(a), freedom of speech and expression. Article 19(2), reasonable restrictions, RTI Act 2005. Right to know, press freedom, no censorship except security/public order cases. Silence equals speech, right not to speak. Quick examples. Writing an article, peaceful protest, posting memes online, calling banned forcing shutdown, publishing obscene photo, inciting violence. In short, you are free to speak, write, draw, protest peacefully, share info, or stay silent. But freedom stops when it harms unity, security, peace, morality, courts, reputation, or incites crime. Would you like me to also make a memory hack version with mnemonics, short codes, so you can remember all 10 rights plus 8 restrictions in 1 to 2 minute exams? Absolutely. Here's a world-class one-page cheat sheet for freedom of assembly. It's super concise, covers all important points, uses keywords, bullets, and examples, perfect for quick revision before exams. Freedom of assembly, one-page cheat sheet. Legal basis, Article 19(1)(b) of Indian Constitution. 1. Definition. Right to assemble peacefully and unarmed, includes meetings, demonstrations, processions. Must be on public land. Not allowed. Violent, disorderly, riotous gatherings, armed assemblies. Does not include right to strike. Example, rally in park to plant trees carrying sticks. 2. Restrictions by state. Grounds for reasonable restrictions. 1. Sovereignty and integrity of India. Protect country's unity and independence. 2. Public order and safety. Maintain peace, safety, and traffic. Example, march blocking highway. Authorities may stop or reroute. Number 3. Section 144 CRPC 1973. Authority, magistrate, can restrain assembly meeting procession if risk of obstruction of roads, annoyance to public, danger to life, health, safety, disturbance of public tranquility, riot or affray. Example, busy market rally, magistrate can forbid. File 4. Section 141 IPC, unlawful assembly. Definition, 5 or more persons, illegal if objective is A. Resist execution of law legal process, B. Forcibly occupy property, C. Commit mischief or criminal trespass, D. Force illegal acts on others, E. Threaten government or officials exercising lawful power. Example, group planning to occupy someone's shop, unlawful. Number 5. Key points and keywords, peaceable and unarmed, mandatory, public land, only in public, not protected, violent, riotous, armed assemblies, reasonable restrictions, sovereignty, order, traffic, authority to stop, magistrate, Sec 144 CRPC, unlawful if illegal object, 5+ people, Sec 141 IPC. Strike not automatically allowed. Quick visual memory aid, green light, peaceful meetings, rallies, marches, red light, violence, weapons, riots, illegal property seizure, police magistrate control, Section 144 CRPC, illegal assembly, Section 141 IPC. Tips for exam. Always link Article 19(1)(b) with peaceful and unarmed. Remember 2 grounds for restriction. Sovereignty and public order. Keep 5 key unlawful objectives of Sec 141 in mind. AAE. If you want, I can also make this into a visually clean, colored one-page exam poster with icons, arrows, and examples so it sticks in memory instantly. Best for last-minute revision. Do you want me to make that version too?
Perfect. Let's create the world's best one-page cheat sheet for freedom of association. I'll make it super crisp, exam-ready, all keywords, no fluff, so you can revise in 1 to 2 minutes. Freedom of association, cheat sheet, Article 19(1)(c). Core right, Article 19(1)(c), all citizens have the right to form associations, unions, cooperative societies. Includes political parties, companies, partnership firms, societies, clubs, organizations, trade unions, any body of persons. Covers, right to forms continues, not to join, negative right. Restrictions reasonable by state, allowed only on grounds of sovereignty and integrity of India, unity of nation. Public order, peace, no riots, violence. Morality, basic social standards. Restriction must be reasonable, not arbitrary. Key points. Right to association, right to recognition. Recognition by govt employer is not a fundamental right. Citizens, yes. Non-citizens, no such fundamental right. Hack trade unions, SC rulings. No guaranteed right to effective bargaining. No absolute right to strike. No absolute right to lockout. Strikes, lockouts can be regulated by industrial laws, e.g. notice period, essential services ban. Allowed, forming clubs, societies, unions, co-ops, parties for lawful objectives, continuing associations peacefully, refusing to join a group, negative right. Not allowed, groups threatening unity of India, groups causing violence, chaos, groups violating law or morality. Quick examples. Allowed, student science club, farmers co-op, political party. Restricted, terrorist outfit, threatens sovereignty. Regulated, factory strike, needs to follow industrial law. Keywords for exams. Art, 19(1)(c). Associations, unions, cooperatives, negative or not to join. Reasonable restrictions, sovereignty, public order, morality. Recognition, fundamental right. Trade unions, no guaranteed bargaining, strike, lockout. Industrial laws regulate strikes. One-liner to remember. Freedom to form groups is wide, but recognition, strikes and bargaining are not absolute, subject to sovereignty, order and morality. Would you like me to also make this into a visual one-page revision chart, mind map diagram style, so you can remember even faster before exams? Perfect. Let's create the world's best exam cheat sheet for freedom of movement. Super crisp, all keywords, examples and court points, nothing extra. Revise in 2 minutes before exams. Cheat sheet, freedom, Art 19(1)(d). Core right, Art 9(d). Every citizen has the right to move freely throughout India. Covers, travel from one state to another. Travel within a state. Aim, promote national unity, not parochialism, narrow localism. Grounds for reasonable restrictions. 1. Public interest, general public, safety, health, peace, order, e.g. restrict entry to flood riot zones. 2. Protection of scheduled tribes, outsiders entry restricted in tribal areas. Aim, protect culture, language, customs, property, jobs of STs. Court rulings. SC, movement of prostitutes can be restricted, public health and morals. Bombay HC, restrictions valid on AIDS patients, public health. Dimensions of freedom. 1. Internal, travel inside India, protected by Art 19(1)(d). 2. External, right to go abroad, right to return to India, protected under Art 21, right to life and personal liberty. AC allowed, citizens moving anywhere in India, students studying across states, workers shifting to other states. Restricted, outsiders in tribal areas, during health emergencies, for public order morality. AC keywords, must remember Art 19(1)(d), internal movement, national unity, not parochialism, reasonable restrictions, public interest plus scheduled tribes. SC, prostitutes movement, public health morals. Bombay HC, AIDS movement restriction. Internal Art 19 versus external Art 21. One-liner to revise. Citizens can freely move inside India, Art 19, but restrictions apply for public good and tribal protection. External movement is covered under Art 21. Do you want me to also make a visual memory map diagram of this, like arrows, boxes, so it's easier to revise at a glance? Got it. You want a world-best one-page cheat sheet. Short, crisp, all keywords, no fluff, but nothing important missing. Perfect for last-minute exam revision. Nash cheat sheet, freedom of residence, Article 19(1)(e). Constitutional provision, Article 19(1)(e), right of every citizen to reside and settle anywhere in India. 2 parts of the right: reside, stay temporarily, short stay; settle, make permanent home, domicile. Objective, purpose, remove internal barriers within India, promote nationalism, unity, one nation, avoid narrow-mindedness, state regional prejudices. Reasonable restrictions, state can impose. Grounds: 1. Public interest, health, safety, public order. Example, COVID-19 lockdown, disaster zones. 2. Protection of scheduled tribes, preserve culture, language, customs, manners, safeguard traditional vocations and property, prevent exploitation by outsiders. Special provisions for tribals. Outsiders' right to reside, settle in tribal areas restricted. Tribals allowed to follow customary property laws, inheritance, land transfer. States like Nagaland, Mizoram, certain northeast areas have such protections. Judicial interpretation. Supreme Court, certain areas can exclude some people, e.g. habitual offenders, prostitutes, for public morality safety. Link with freedom of movement, Article 19(1)(d). Movement equals ability to travel anywhere. Residence equals ability to stay anywhere. Both complementary and overlapping. Keywords for exams, Art 9(1)(e). Reside, temp versus settle, perm. Nationalism, unity, remove barriers. Reasonable restrictions, public interest plus scheduled tribes. Customary laws, tribal property rights. Supreme Court, exclusion allowed in special cases. Overlap with movement right. That's your crisp one-page revision note. Nothing extra, nothing missing. Would you like me to make a visual memory map, like a chart diagram of this cheat sheet, so you can recall it even faster during revision? Perfect. World Best One-Page Exam Cheat Sheet, Profession, Occupation, Trade and Business, Article 19(1)(g). It will be short, crisp, only keywords, no fluff, no missed point. Cheat Sheet, Freedom of Profession, Occupation, Business, Article 19(1)(g), Constitution of India. Core right. Every citizen, right to practice any profession, carry on any occupation, trade, business. Covers all means of livelihood. Hash out reasonable restrictions by state. Allowed in interest of general public, health, safety, morality, order. Examples: pollution control, food safety rules, medical license. State's powers. 1. Qualifications rule. State can prescribe professional technical qualifications, e.g. doctor equals MBBS degree, driver equals license. 2. State-run business. Govt can run trade industry service. Monopoly, full, partial, exclude all some citizens. Along with citizens, competition allowed. State need not justify monopoly. What is not allowed? Immoral jobs, trafficking women, children, prostitution, regulated, restricted. Dangerous jobs, harmful drugs, explosives, risky chemicals. Govt can absolutely prohibit or allow only with license. Keywords for exam. Art 19(1)(g). Freedom of trade, occupation, business, wide scope, covers livelihood, reasonable restrictions, general public interest. Qualifications prescribed by state, state monopoly, complete, partial, no justification needed, immoral, dangerous, prohibited, licensed. Related article, Art 19(6), exceptions, restrictions, qualifications, state monopoly. Exam tip, always mention, right under 19(1)(g). 2. Restrictions under 19(6). 3 examples: doctor license, state monopoly, ban on immoral jobs. Would you like me to now draw this into a visual memory map, like a diagram flowchart, so you can instantly recall during exams? Perfect. Let's build the world's best one-page cheat sheet for Article 19, Right to Freedom. I'll keep it crisp, exam-friendly, keyword-rich, so you can recall quickly, but also complete, no important point missed. At the end, I'll give you memory tricks and tips, so you never forget. Cheat sheet, Article 19, Right to Freedom. Core idea, only Indian citizens enjoy these rights. 6 fundamental freedoms under Article 19(1). Rights are not absolute, subject to reasonable restrictions. 6 freedoms, Article 19.1. 1. Speech and expression, 19.1a. Talk, write, draw, protest, social media. 2. Assemble, 19.1b. Peaceful, no arms. 3. Associations, unions, co-ops, 19.1c. Groups, clubs, unions, societies. 4. Move freely, 19.1d. Travel anywhere in India. 5. Reside and settle, 19.1e. Live anywhere in India. 6. Profession, business, 19g. Any lawful job, trade, business with qualifications. Hash restrictions, Article 19 to 6. On speech and expression, 9.2. Sovereignty and integrity of India. Security of state, friendly relations with foreign states. Public order, decency and morality. Contempt of court, defamation, incitement to offence. On assembly, 19.3. Sovereignty and integrity, public order. On association union, 19.4. Sovereignty and integrity, public order, morality. On movement and resident, 5. Public interest, protect interests of scheduled tribes. On profession, business, 9.6. Public interest, technical, professional qualifications needed. State monopoly in trade, industry, services. Hash keywords to use in answers. Reasonable restrictions, sovereignty and integrity, public order, general public interest, scheduled tribes protection, professional qualifications, state monopoly. Tash tips and tricks, memory trick for 6 rights, SAP MRP, S speech, A assemble, P profession, M move, R reside, P associations, unions, people's groups, restrictions on speech, SSFP DCI, like super strong friendly police DCI, sovereignty, security, foreign relations, public order, decency, contempt of court, incitement, defamation. Golden rule, my freedom ends where your safety begins. Exam smart tip, always write reasonable restrictions plus at least 3 keywords like sovereignty, public order, morality equals full marks. Use case for quick revision. Step 1, recall SAP MRP equals 6 freedoms. Step 2, recall SSFP DCI equals restrictions on speech. Step 3, link others, assembly, association, sovereignty and public order, movement, public plus tribes, profession, qualifications, state. That's your crisp one-pager. Do you also want me to make a visual diagram mind map style cheat sheet? Perfect, I'll build you the world's best one-page crisp cheat sheet for Article 20, protection in respect of conviction for offences. It'll be super short, sharp and exam-ready. Bullets, keywords, memory tricks, but with nothing important missing. Hash Article 20, protection in respect of conviction for offences. Core idea. Safeguards accused persons, citizen, foreigner, company, from unfair, retroactive, repeated or forced punishment. NAJA 3 protections, EDS. 1 ex post facto law, no retro punishment. No one can be punished for an act that wasn't a crime when done. No heavier penalty than what law said at the time of act. Applies only to criminal laws, not civil tax. Trial allowed, but conviction under new law. Not applicable to preventive detention/security demands. Case law, Kedarnath v. State of West Bengal, 1953, confirmed retrospective criminal laws invalid. Example, law in 2025 bans kite flying. Ravi flew kite in 2024 cannot be punished. 2. Double jeopardy. No 2 punishments for same offence. No person shall be prosecuted and punished twice for same offence. Applies only to courts, judicial tribunals, not for departmental administrative actions. Case law, Makbul Hussain, State of Bombay, 1953, custom penalty, court trial, so fresh trial valid. Example, Asha acquitted by court for bicycle theft, can't be retried in court for same theft. 3. Self-incrimination, right to silence, no one can be forced to testify against self. Covers oral plus documentary testimony, confessions. Does not cover handing over objects, knife, phone, fingerprints, signatures, blood samples, body examination, scars, marks, applies only to criminal cases. Case law, State of Bombay vs. Kathy Kaluogad, 1961. Physical evidence, self-incrimination. Example, Sam need not say I stole cookie, but police can take fingerprints on cookie jar. Scope and limits, applies to accused persons, citizen, foreigner, legal person, company. Only in criminal law, civil tax can be retrospective. Does not protect preventive detention, security demands, departmental action. Tips and tricks to remember. EDS, past, once, speak. Passed E, no retro punishment. Once D, no second court punishment. Speak S, no forced confession. Exam hack, always mention, applies to criminal law only. Departmental proceedings not covered. Physical evidence can be compelled. Key case laws use 1 to 2 in answers. For 2-3 marker questions, just write Article 20 provides 3 protections. Ex post facto, double jeopardy, self-incrimination, EDS. Applies to criminal law only, not to civil tax, preventive detention, departmental action. Physical evidence not protected. Do you want me to design this cheat sheet into a printable 1-page PDF with tables and icons so you can keep it as a quick exam handout? Perfect. Let's make the world's best 1-page cheat sheet for Article 21, Protection of Life and Personal Liberty. I'll keep it crisp, exam-focused, bullet style, with keywords plus dates, and also include tips, tricks so you can recall quickly. Hack Article 21, Protection of Life and Personal Liberty, cheat sheet. Core rule. Text. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Applies to all persons, citizens plus non-citizens. At key cases and shifts. 1. A.K. Gopalan v. State of Madras, 1950. Interpretation, narrow. Protection only against executive action, not legislative action. Procedure established by law. Any law with procedure is valid, even if unfair. Personal liberty, only freedom of body. 2. Maneka Gandhi v. Union 1978. Interpretation, wide. Overruled Gopalan. Procedure must be reasonable, fair, just, introduced due process idea. Protection against both executive and legislative arbitrariness. Life, mere survival, includes dignity, meaningful existence. Personal liberty's widest amplitude covers many freedoms. 3. Subsequent expansions examples. Olga Tellis, 1985, Right to Livelihood. M.C. Mehta, 1986, Right to Clean Environment. D.K. Basu, 1997, Guidelines Against Custodial Torture. Maneka reaffirmed, various cases. Puttaswamy, 2017, Right to Privacy equals part of life and liberty. Rights under Article 21, expanded by SC, right to live with dignity, right to livelihood, work earn, right to shelter, right to health and medical care, right to education, up to 41A. Right to privacy, right to fair and speedy trial, right to legal aid, right to clean environment, right against torture and cruel treatment, right to travel abroad, not exhaustive, SC keeps expanding scope. Key concepts, procedure established by law, India originally, law with procedure is valid. Due process of law, USA, law itself must be fair and reasonable. After Maneka 1978, India's interpretation is mix of both. Quick tricks. 21 equals life, Article 21 protects life and liberty. Gopalan 1950 equals narrow only against executive. Maneka 1978 wide against both exec plus legislature. Use examples in answers. Privacy, 2017, Livelihood, 1985, Clean Environment, 1986. Exam writing tips. Always start with article text, 1 line. Mention Gopalan, 1950, Maneka, 1978, shift. Add 3 to 4 rights expanded by SC with case names. Conclude. Article 21 is the heart of fundamental rights, interpreted as the right to live with dignity and all that makes life meaningful. This is your 1-page ultimate revision sheet. Revise it 2 to 3 times before exam equals 100% recall. Do you also want me to design a visual chart diagram flow, like a mind map with arrows, Gopalan, Maneka, expanded rights, so you can revise in 30 seconds visually? Perfect. Let's now create a world's best 1-page cheat sheet for right to education, Article 21A plus RTE Act 2009. This will be crisp, exam-ready, full of dates, keywords and memory tricks. Nothing important will be missed. Right to Education Cheat Sheet, 1 page. Constitutional basis, Article 21A, added by 86th Amendment Act 2002, guarantee free plus compulsory education for children aged 6 to 14 years. Fundamental right, can go to court. What is guaranteed? Elementary education only, classes 8. Not higher professional education, college, medicine, engineering, etc. Free equals no tuition fee. Compulsory equals state must ensure enrollment plus parents must send child. Related articles. Changed. Article 45, Directive Principle Part 4. Now state shall endeavour to provide early childhood care and education till age 6 years. Article 51A, Fundamental Duty, duty of parent guardian to provide education to child ward 6 to 14 years. Judicial role, 1992 judgment, declared education is fundamental right up to any level, including professional. 1993 Unikrishnan case, limited it to free education till 14 years, part of right to life under Article 21. Courts can intervene now if state fails. RTE Act, 2009 came into force 1st of April 2010, made Article 21A operational, covers 6 to 14 years, full-time formal schooling, quality norms, trained teachers, safe building, toilets, library, pupil-teacher ratio. No capitation fee, no screening test, no child denied admission. No detention, no expulsion, no board exam till class of 8. 25% seats in private schools reserved for weaker sections. School management committees, SMCs, parents, teachers monitor. Special training for out-of-school children. Importance, builds equality plus social justice democracy. Helps fight child labour. Step towards education for all, EFA. Called Second Revolution in Citizens' Rights by Govt. Important dates. 1950 Article 45 DPSP, free education up to 14 years, not enforceable. 1992 SC education equals fundamental right up to any level. 1993 Unikrishnan case, right to free education till 14 years only. 2002 86th Constitutional Amendment added Article 21A. 2009 RTE Act passed. 2010 1st and April, RTE Act came into effect. Exam tips and tricks, formula 21A plus 45, 51A plus RTE 2009, all linked. Ages trick, 0-6 years, early care, Article 45. No 6-14 year free plus compulsory schooling, Article 21A plus RTE. Parents' duty, Art 51A. Keywords to remember, free, compulsory, elementary, equality, 86th Amendment, 25% reservation. One-liner memory aid, from Cradle 0 to Class 8, care, right and duty. That's your crisp one-page cheat sheet. All dates, amendments, articles, judgments, RTE features and exam tricks in one page. Do you want me to also make a visual mind map/flowchart so you can quickly recall ages, articles and laws in 5 seconds before exam? Perfect. Let's build the world's best one-page cheat sheet for protection against arrest and detention, Article 22. It will be short, sharp, full of keywords and exam ready. Nothing important will be missed. Cheat sheet, Article 22, protection against arrest and detention. Key idea. Article 22 equals safeguards for persons arrested, detained. 2 types of detention: punitive detention, punishment after trial and conviction. Preventive detention, custody without trial to stop future offence. Article 22, 2 parts: 1. Ordinary law, normal arrests, rights of arrested person. 2. Preventive detention law, special powers and limits. Rights under ordinary law, first part. Remember, TTTF, tell, talk, take free. 1. Tell, right to be informed of grounds of arrest. 2. Talk, right to consult and be defended by lawyer. 3. Take, must be produced before magistrate within 24 hours, journey time excluded. 4. Free, release after 24 hours unless magistrate authorises further detention, remand. Preventive detention, second part, meaning detaining a person without trial conviction to prevent offence. Purpose, not punishment, only precautionary, based on suspicion. Safeguards, general, reasons must be told ASAP, right to representation. Review by advisory board judge within fixed time. Time limits, varies by law, e.g. max 3 months without review in India. Key differences, punitive versus preventive. Punitive equals after offence proved, after trial, after conviction. Preventive equals before offence, no trial, based on suspicion. Role of magistrate, checks arrest legality, decides, release, police remand, judicial custody, prevents illegal long detention. Exam tips and tricks. Mnemonic, TTTF equals tell, talk, take, free. Punish equals passive, after conviction. Prevent equals future, preventive, before offence. Always connect 24 hours rule with magistrate. Right examples: punitive, theft proven, jail. Preventive, suspected terrorist planning attack, preventive detention. One-liner recap. Article 22 equals 4 rights under ordinary arrest, rules for preventive detention. Suspicion-based, precautionary, needs safeguards. Would you like me to now make this into a visually clean printable PDF, like an exam revision card poster, so you can revise in seconds before exams? Perfect. Let's now condense everything into a crisp, world's best one-page cheat sheet for Article 22, protection against arrest and detention, both parts. This will be super concise, all key points plus keywords, mnemonics, examples, and exam hacks. Tab, cheat sheet. Article 22, protection against arrest and detention. Big picture. Article 22, rights plus rules for arrest and detention. 2 parts. 1. Ordinary law, criminal, quasi-criminal acts. 4. Basic rights. 2. Preventive detention law, protections plus limits on suspicion-based detention. Part 1. Ordinary law, rights of arrested person. Mnemonic, TTTF, tell, talk, take, free. 1. Tell, right to be informed of grounds of arrest. 2. Talk, right to consult and be defended by lawyer. Trake, must be produced before magistrate within 24 hours, travel time excluded. 4. Free, release after 24 hours unless magistrate allows longer detention. Not available to, enemy alien, preventive detention cases, arrest by court order, civil arrest, tax default arrest, deportation of alien. Applies only criminal, quasi-criminal acts or acts prejudicial to public interest. Part 2, preventive detention law, meaning detain a person before offence to prevent future threat. Applies to citizens plus aliens, not punishment, precautionary, based on suspicion. Rights protections. 1. Max 3-month detention, unless Advisory Board, HC Judges approves extension. 2. Grounds must be communicated, but Govt can withhold facts against public interest. 3. Right to representation. Detenue can explain appeal against detention. Parliament's powers can prescribe a. Circumstances and cases. Detention 3 months without board opinion. B. Maximum period of detention for classes of cases. C. Procedure for Advisory Board inquiry. Key differences. Exam favourite. Punitive equals past after crime plus trial plus conviction. Preventive equals future, before crime, no trial, suspicion based. Keywords to use. Detenue, magistrate, advisory board, HC judges, enemy alien, quasi-criminal, representation, public interest, parliament powers. Example cases. Ordinary law, theft, arrested, told reason, lawyer, magistrate in 24 hours. Preventive detention, suspected terrorist detained preventively, given grounds, right to represent, board review before 90 days. Excluded. Judges contempt arrest, civil debt arrest, deportation, tax default, no Article 22(1) safeguards. Exam hacks. Mnemonic, TTTF for 4 rights. Punish equals past. Prevent equals future. Preventive. Always write enemy alien exception. Link 90 days, 3 months Advisory Board. For 5 mark, list 3 preventive rights. For 10 mark, add Parliament powers and examples. 1-line recap. Article 22 calls ordinary arrest. Tell, talk, take, free. Preventive detention rules. 3 months plus Advisory Board as representations, Parliament powers. Would you like me to now design this into a printable PDF revision card / poster? Clean layout with boxes, arrows, and mnemonics. So you can literally glance at it before exams and recall everything in seconds. Perfect. Let's make the world's best 1-page cheat sheet for this topic. It will be crisp, bullet style, exam ready, with dates, keywords, and mnemonics. Nothing important will be missed, and I'll also add revision tricks. Cheat sheet. Article 22 and preventive detention with 44th Amendment and laws. Article 22, 2 parts. 1. Ordinary arrest. Punitive detention, after offence. Rights like informed of grounds, lawyer, magistrate in 24 hours, release after 24 hours unless authorised. 2. Preventive detention, before offence, suspicion, to stop a person from committing offence in future. Detention period, important. Original rule, max 3 months without Advisory Board opinion. 44th Amendment Act 1978, reduced to 2 months but not enforced, still 3 months applies. Advisory Board High Court judges must approve detention beyond 3 months. Power to make preventive detention laws, Parliament exclusive. Only Parliament can make laws. Defence, Foreign Affairs, Security of India. Concurrent. Parliament plus states can both make laws. Security of a state. Public order. Supplies and services essential to the community. Mnemonic. Exclusive equals DFS, Deferent Security. Concurrent equals SPS, State Public Order Supplies. Major preventive detention laws. Chronological. 1818. Bengal State Prisoners Regulation, British rule. 1939 Defence of India Act, WAWI II, British. 1950 Preventive Detention Act, expired 1969. 1971 MISA, Maintenance of Internal Security Act, repealed 1978. 1974 Kofi Posa, Smuggling and Foreign. 1980 NSA, National Security Act, still in force. 1980 PBM-SECA, Commodities. 1985 TADA, Terrorist and Disruptive Activities, repealed 1995. 1988 PIT-NDPS Trafficking. 2002 POTE, Prevention of Terrorism Act, repealed 2004. 1967 present UAPA, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, amended 2004, 2008, 2012-2019. Naha, comparative note. India, preventive detention, part of Constitution, unique among democracies. USA, no constitutional preventive detention. UK, only during World Wars. India's colonial past, preventive detention laws since 1818 and 1939. Quick keywords for exam: punitive versus preventive, past offence versus future threat. 44th Amendment, 2 months but not in force. Advisory Board, High Court judges. Exclusive powers, defence, foreign affairs, security of India. Concurrent powers, state security, public order, supplies. Important laws: PDA 1950, MISA 1971, Kofi Posa 1974, NSA 1980, UEP 1967, amendments. Colonial laws: 1818 Bengal Reg, 1939 Defence of India Act. Nat memory tricks: 3-2 but still 3, 44th Amendment not enforced. DFS equals exclusive, SPS equals concurrent. Law order phrase: PDA, MISA, Kofi, NSA, PBM, SECA, HADA, PIT-NDPSA, PODA, UEP. Just chant like a train. Britain only wartime, USA none, India unique. Exam tips: always write 44th Amendment status, shows depth. Mention repealed, expired when naming laws, examiner likes clarity. Contrast with USA and UK in 5/10 mark answers, adds value. Use mnemonics in rough work, not in final answer, but recall them to structure writing. Super crisp summary line for last-minute revision. Art 22 permits preventive detention, 3 months max, 44th Amendment says 2, not in force. Parliament exclusive for defence, foreign security, concurrent for state public order supplies. Major laws: PDA 1950, expired, MISA 1971, repealed, Kofi Posa 1974, NSA 1980, PBM SECA 1980, TADA 1985, repealed, PIT-NDPSA 1988, POTA 2002, repealed, UAPA 1967, amended. Unique in India's constitution, unlike USA-UK. Would you like me to now convert this cheat sheet into a visual mind map style chart so you can remember topics quickly at a glance, or keep it purely text-based for your notes?